Hi, I'm Tommy Lopez here for Rams Review, here now with new Athletic Director Ed McLaughlin. Ed, if you can first talk to me about why you decided to take this job here at VCU.
I decided to take it because they offered it to me. I mean, that was the first step. But, you know, I really looked at this job as a place we could be special. The move to the Atlantic 10 helped a lot in my decision, in my pursuit of it, because I think if you're in the Atlantic 10, you can be pretty special, and you can be the single best basketball-centric conference in America. And I think if we can be the best team in that conference, we can be pretty darn good, and we can chase a national championship. And I look at across our sports too, and I really think it's a place we can make an impact, and a place where I can make an impact here as well.
We've talked a lot today at this media day about expectations. Is a national championship in the list of your expectations for this team at some point?
Expectations might be a strong word in terms of you can never expect to win a national championship, certainly. But in terms of goals, in terms of what we want to try to accomplish, certainly. It's if we can be at that school that no one wants to play, if we can be that school that wins championships, I think those things will fall into place for us, hopefully down the line. It's certainly a goal of ours. My expectation is let's try to win the game on November 1st, and that would be a good start. But if you're not in this to be the best you can be, I'm not quite sure why you do it.
Sure. I know Shaka Smart was one of the reasons why you came here. How big of a part of your move here was Shaka?
Well, I mean, there's really two factors of it, or three, I should say. Shaka was a big factor of it. He sold me on VCU. He sold me on we have so much more to do. It's not just a one and done type of thing in terms of being special. We have so much more to do. So that was a huge factor. The other huge factor was working for Dr. Rao. You don't get the opportunity in a lot of places to work for a president who says, "Okay, go figure it out and let me know, and let me know the ways to support you." And Dr. Rao is that way. It's no secret why he's so good at what he does with the rest of the university, because he's so good as a president. But that was a big selling point for me to be able to work for a guy like him. And I guess the last part is Richmond's a really good place to raise a family. And I'm very, very lucky that my family has settled in well, and in terms of all the things that school and sports and all that, and it's a nice place to raise a family. So that was a big selling point too. You got to keep peace at home.
Sure. Now, are there any changes upcoming for the VCU athletic department in general? Anything that we should keep in mind could be on the horizon?
Well, we're hiring some staff. Obviously, Mike Ellis and Dave Benedict went with Norwood to Minnesota, so we have some staff to hire. I've already got one in place with John Palumbo as our new deputy AD. So that was a good hire for us, and a really important hire for us. But in terms of big changes, I'm not quite sure. We're looking at, from a facility perspective, what we need to do to get us to the place where we want to be. Because obviously our facilities, you walk outside this building, our facilities aren't quite what they need to be. So that's going to be a big change for us as we get down the line.
Now, I hate to throw the topic off basketball here on Media Day, but as far as football, what would be the next step, if there were to be a next step, as far as maybe getting to that point?
Well, we have to take care of the student athletes we have first, and certainly make their experience better and give them all the tools they need to succeed. And then we'll kind of take a look at it and say, what are the things that we need to do to make this a possibility, or get us at least in the ballpark? There's a couple things. Number one, you need a place to play. A stadium is important, and I think if we were going to go into the football discussion, we'd want to be the best we could be, at an elite national level, and as obviously, and that means be a BCS school. So we'd have to take those discussions, and that's a pretty hefty number right now. Certainly, when you don't have a stadium and place to play right now, we wouldn't want to do anything that wasn't the best it could be.
Sure. Would you say right now that VCU is in the introductory phase of looking into those things?
We're almost in the introductory phase. Can you almost be introductory?
You can.
Yeah, I mean, the discussions have started, let's put it that way. Whether they're full-on discussions, or right now just discussions of, hey, listen, we have to put this on the back burner for a little bit. The discussions have started.